What's up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to week 9 of NGC, season 17. This week we're up against the league owner and probably my biggest fan, California Corrupted. Go check him out on YouTube if you would like. He does some other stuff like shiny hunting as well that he uploads. He'll probably upload our game like sometime next year when he gets to it. I don't even know if he's finished uploading all of last season's games. Like he's still going, but I don't know. Um, I'll probably tease him about it until it gets uploaded. But anyways, we have quite the matchup on our hands. We have to deal with two bulky normal types. One is Terra, um, and I'm guessing I could guess what Terra it is. Um, but with that being said, the rest of his team consists of Dragapult, Cinderace, Porygon 2, Landorus, Celesteela, which I have faced this combo before. I have faced Lando Celesteela before, quite a few times. It's very like Jaden reminiscent. And then we also have Keldeo, my own baby, Fezandipiti, which I am guaranteeing comes to this match. We also have Serena, Sneasel, and Brion. So with my prep, what am I planning to bring? Well, of course I'm bringing the beautiful bitch in Amarystherian herself, the Queen Diva. Um, this week she will be Terra Water with a covert cloak, mostly for the Pheasantipity, but also kind of helps against like tri-attack spam from Porygon or um Dragapult Shadow Ball spam if he ends up having to do that and like lowering my defense, or even like a Body Slam para from the Dunsparce. So it was kind of nice. I did kind of consider running like Terra Poison or Terra Electric, but I was very, very scared of the Landorus, and I didn't want to deal with it. So yeah, I am running Calm Mind, Terra Blast Water, Draining Kiss, and the Taunt. Because I'm actually running an Amherst quite fast, so I can outspeed most the Dunsparce and Porygon, Celesteela as well. What else is outspeed? I guess that's kind of it. But a lot of them like to click like Toxic Protect or like Toxic Recover, Leech Seeds. So, and Amherst just kind of mitigates that for myself. And if he runs his mons like faster than mine, then like kudos to him. But I don't know what I would expect if he would run his mons that fast. Um, I guess I could have also maybe ran agility, but I mean, I don't think I outspeed Polt. I feel like if he brings Polt, he might prep for agility in Amherst, because I think that's like one of the texts that I've mentioned to him before, that like most Dragapult teams might not prep for like agility in Amarystherian, so or like agility, not agility, but like Rock Polish Diancie, for example. Like I've definitely outsped Holt with like Diancie. So yeah. My next mon's gonna be Iron Valiant, of course. Um, I think iVal's come to every game except for week 1. Which is it's very nice because I was kind of expecting it to be a bust this season, but it's looked good in every matchup except for the first game. So with that said, what am I bringing? Um, that'll be a secret until we get to the game. Mostly because Josh didn't get to see a lot of what it did, and I'd like to keep that hidden. I will only, I mean, other than playoffs, because next week I'll have around one bye, no matter what. Because my differential's too high, so even if I lose to Josh, like I should be fine. Um, I will reveal all of my sets in playoffs because there's no reason to not, because I'll never be using this team again, of course. So, but if there's something that stays hidden in like this game, then I'll be keeping that hidden. Yeah. So Iron Valiant is really good in this matchup. It will be coming. Um, it will even touch the field once, but you will not really see like anything it does. Corviknight will be coming. I'm running a little bit of speed, and I'm running actually especially defensive because I'm expecting his Landorus to run Gravity. And if he runs Gravity, then I am a little bit more prepared for Earth Power. I can pivot out, or I can get some Brave Bird chip on it. Most likely a U-turn pivot because I can kind of just react to whatever he does. If he goes for like a Rock Polish, I can go into my Cresselia. Even though Cresselia would be grounded from Levitate, like Cresselia is just way too fucking fat to even really care anyways. Um, I'm not saying Landers is the reason I picked up Cresselia, but it is definitely one of the reasons I picked up Cress in the long run. And then um, so my other mons can outspeed the Landers if he doesn't click Rock Polish. Such as not my next two Pokemon actually. My next one's gonna be Rotom Wash. I'm running it physically defensive with Rocky Helmet. Because there's a Celesteela and there's a Cinderace, and I was kind of expecting Celesteela to run Giga Drain for Rotom maybe. It was either that or like potentially I could see Weakness Policy Rock Polish. Or no, not Rock Polish, I get to Totemize. Um I could have seen that coming, but for the most part, like Rotom and Corv just kind of stop whatever Celesteela wants to do. Like if it wants to be like an offensive set, like I don't think it can support the coverage it needs to hit everything. Um but also like Celesteela is super annoying for it, and I think like Pyroar is very annoying for it. So I could expect it to just be a bulky set with like Leech Seed. Um, but I'm running Rocky Helmet on Rotom mostly for like Cinderace, and also for like pivot spam on like Keldeo or like Fezandipiti. Even like Pult Lando can be punished like a little bit. If he doesn't run Gravity on Lando, then Rotom doesn't really wall Lando that well if I'm not Spidef, but you know. My Cresselia is running like mixed bulk. I'm running Psyshock, Ice Beam, Moonlight, and I'm gonna be real, I kind of forgot what my last move was. It might have been Thunderbolt. I don't know. I've been kind of vibing with like offensive Crest, but I don't think this one I ran very offensively. I think I mostly ran it defensive because Crest is my Lando check as well as my Keldeo check. But in order to check Lando like fully proper, I needed it to be a lot more fizz def because um, if I was expecting Lando to come, I could potentially see it running Crunch just to hit Crest because I think in the long run, like Knockoff isn't doing too much and Knockoff isn't sheer force boosted. Um, and then I believe my crest is leftovers. My last one's gonna be Mega Pyroar. Um, oh my god, I ran such a dirty set this week. So I'm running Fire Blast, Overheat, Taunt, Protect. So my thought process here is I outspeed everything except Dragapult. And even then, I don't like Dragapult isn't really killing me with anything unless it's like Specs Hydro Pump. Maybe like a Life Orb Hydro Pump or like a boosting item for Hydro Pump. Either way, like, it would have to click Hydro Pump or, like, maybe Specs Draco could knock me out, but I don't think it does. Mega Pyro is kind of bulky. Um, but other than that, like, I outspeed the Dunsparce, I outspeed Fez, I outspeed Porygon. I mean, I outspeed everything other than Pult. So having a Mon that has Taunt is very nice. I'm also expecting um, one of Cinderace or Keldeo to be like Choice Scarf probably. So I could protect on those guys. Like if Keldeo clicks Flip Turn, I can just kind of click a button. and it won't really matter. And then he kind of has to lose him on basically, or like severely risk his Cinderace or his Dragapult, and I guess like maybe Fez. If he's like Assault Vest Fez, sure. And then the Protect is for Cinderace as well, because if they click High Jump Kick, they're kicking themselves in the face. They're turning into a fighting type, and they will crash. And then if their Scarf locked in a High Jump Kick, I have two very good High Jump Kick switch-ins. I really wish I had a Ghost type on this team though, because um, you know. But yeah, so Roaring Moon once again is not in this game. I did look at it for sure, but I figured that the rest of my team was just better. I considered Nidoqueen for a bit as well. I considered Ogerpon. Um, yeah. I even kind of considered Bruxish. Bruxish didn't look bad either. Because Sneasel's their dark type, and I think Psychic Fangs does look very good into this team. But I didn't really like Bruxish into like his faster mons, because like Cinderace can just click U-turn and kill it. Fez even can just click U-turn and like poison it. Lando can click knock off and kill it. Like Bruxish has an okay matchup against like Keldeo, but I don't think Keldeo was like very scary for me. So, anyways, with that said, let's get into our match. Let me change this really quick. All right. So he'll be bringing Cinderace, Keldeo, Fezandipiti, Pterodon Dunsparce, Celesteela, and Porygon 2. Definitely like not too far off of what I expected, but I kind of felt like he would have brought Lando or Pult. Maybe not Pult, but like Lando, I could have sworn was gonna come. I'm guessing he knows that gravity is an option. He might be saving that for playoffs. Because if you look at my team, like, sure, like I have two levitators and a Corviknight, but you click gravity, Corvin, Rotom Wash die to Earth Power, and Cresselia is no longer immune to Earth Power and takes a lot of damage. So, kind of surprised he didn't bring Lando, but I mean, Lando would have to do a lot to set up, to be fair. So yeah, I can see why he didn't bring it. Like, I do think the six he brought are good, and I have two top tier fairies, and like a normal type Mega that's very fast. So I could see why he didn't bring Pult as well. And Pult doesn't break through like four of the best. I guess the only thing Pult Pult outspeeds everything, so yeah, it just kind of depends, honestly. So that said, let's get started. I'm gonna lead with my Mega Pyroar, as he leads Keldeo, which is kind of worst case scenario for me, but I do get to just protect here, as he clicks Flip Turn. I figured that he would Flip Turn, and he's gonna crit me turn one. The Porygon's gonna come in and get the special attack boost. That I did not consider, by the way. I kind of forgot to make my Pokemon like I was gonna make them like as like more Fizdef leaning as possible, because I figured they'd bring or he'd run like download Porygon, so I kind of fucked myself over, to be fair, but I definitely meant to do a little bit better there. So I am gonna taunt. Toxic will not land, so yeah, I will get the Fire Blast as he T-bolts. I guess in the long run though, like Pyroar ended up. I mean, like I didn't lose to the Porygon, but I guess if I let him toxic me, then I would have taken less damage overall. Because Pyroar is not staying in like long term, like ever. So Fire Blast will knock him out. I am gonna protect the Cinderace as he U-turns. I figured here like either he changes into a bug, or he changes into a fighting type and takes half damage. If he's Scarf, I guess I can see him killing me here, which is honestly fine with me if he kills me. I still have plenty of stuff for the rest of his team. And I would instantly know like Porygon's dead, and he'd have both Scarf, Keldeo, and Cinderace. But yeah, he does have both Scarf, Keldeo, and Cinderace. So he's gonna go into his Keldeo here on my Fire Blast. I am gonna crit him, which really sucks for him. Is that that's almost 70%? So he's gonna flip turn again. I am just gonna go right into my Rocky Helmet Rotom, take no damage as he takes um more than he should. So they're gonna U-turn with Fez, bring in the Dunsparce. They're gonna Terra Poison, and they're gonna Agility. So I'm like, ooh, is this like Agility Calm Mind? So I'm gonna taunt, but they click Body Slam. So I guess it's not like I don't know what this Dunsparce is. I mean, they click Body Slam a couple times. I am gonna Psyshock, which doesn't do a lot. And at this point, I'm a little bit scared because I know my taunt is gonna wear off soon, and he can just kind of start clicking Roost. I mean, I don't know like what I don't know. I at this point I don't really know what he has, and I'm pretty sure he's outspeeding everything on my team. So like Pyroar is gonna die. Um, I didn't really want to risk like Enam just yet. Um, so he's gonna body slam me more as I Psyshock. Um, so his taunt is gonna wear off, but I think at this point I'm like, I might as well try to go for a crit if he ends up spamming Roost. But he actually just goes for Toxic and he lets his Dunsparce die. So I guess that's like good for me. And Celesteela is gonna come in. I'm gonna Ice Beam. I just want to scout to see what they do as they Leech Seed. Um, yeah. So I'm going to swap into Corv as he Leech Seeds again. I'm pretty sure he clicks Leech Seed like 3 times in a row, which is really funny. Um, yeah, that's crazy. They are going to take not that much damage from my Volt Switch, so it makes me think he's specially defensive. I wasn't really paying attention. This is where I think this is where like having a fast Corviknight kind of ends up fucking me over a little bit because I could have gotten a slow U-turn and a Pyroar at any moment, but I kind of just can't risk Pyro coming in because he can just kill me with any of his moves unless he like misses Toxic or something or misses Leech Seed. I'm gonna Hydro Pump the Fez, and then I don't want Fez to poison my Rotom because I need Rotom for the Cinderace. So at this point I'm gonna Roost. Their Cinderace is going to actually Wisp me, but I know that they're Scarf. So I'm just gonna U-turn into Pyroar. And they are gonna go hard Fez here. Unfortunately I missed Fire Blast, which kinda sucks for me because I think a Fire Blast into Overheat kills Fez. So I kind of missed my opportunity there. I am going to be able to taunt the Celesteela as they Leech Seed. Um, Corv honestly isn't really caring too much about the burn. Like Corv's main purpose is to click taunt and then U-turn. So yeah, I feel like I've never run so much like taunt spam before, but it's true. I'm gonna bring in my Ival here, but then I'm like, ooh, what if he's like that berry? Obviously, I have a psychic move. I will reveal I have a psychic move to hit this thing. But I kind of figure that they are probably Payapa Berry. So I'm just gonna go into my Corv here. I see that they tried to Alluring Voice, which is like fine. I still don't know what their last move is. Um, I am gonna Roost, and then here I'm actually gonna stay in because I am Akaberry, especially defensive with Akaberry, which is kind of strange, but I didn't really need Corv to be like Fizz Def in this matchup. Um, Because either like I was gonna die to Cinderace or like not die. But like Akaberry is good for like Pult and Subby. So I kinda like that. I'm gonna Calm Mind quite a bit. They're gonna end up clicking Toxic, so I'm like, oh great, they really are just like Toxic on Fez. You know, I don't think I've ever run Toxic Fez. Ever. But I mean, the fact that you did have Toxic here, like, good for you because Enamorus would have just won outright here. Because you wouldn't be able to Toxic Chain me. Because my Covert Cloak actually protects anything from Toxic Chain. So that, my friends, is how you beat Fezandipiti. If you know if you hate Fezandipiti, I'm gonna Covert Cloak, and Fez like can't really do much. I mean, Fez is still like the perfect Pokemon. Like it still pivots and everything and roosts, but it can't really beat you, you know? So yeah. Anyways, they're gonna spam Roost here, as I'm just gonna call mine because I know I'm not gonna beat them 1v1. So I am just gonna call mine, and then Terra Blast is gonna knock out Celesteela, which is nice. Fez is gonna come back in. They're gonna Alluring Voice. I'm gonna Terra Blast. Does 58%. I probably should have Calm Minded one more time, but I figure at this point I just kind of have to spam buttons. So yeah, Alluring Voice. And now I'm gonna go Pyroar as they bring in Keldeo. I'm gonna click Overheat. Keldeo's gonna go down. Cinderace is gonna come in, and I'm gonna go Corviknight for some. Oh yeah, I go Corviknight because they preserved Fez. So I figured in like worst case scenario, Pyroar can revenge kill Fez if I need it to. I was debating on going Ival here and just like killing this with Ival, but I didn't really see the need to like risk anything. So yeah, I will miss Hydro Pump for some reason. They are going to Pyro Ball again as I Hydro Pump, and they're gonna go into Fez and click Roost. They could have claimed the KO there, but I figured that they kind of have to Roost to like maybe potentially win, because like Fez could win this game. Maybe not against Crest. I think Crest could always win, even Poison. Because I could just Roost and then click Psyshock over and over again, and like I don't think Fez can really do much about Psyshock. Maybe. I don't know, it depends, but yeah. Pyroar is going to claim the last KO. And with that said, GG's to my one and only, my true love, corrupt Mr. Josh, my uncle, who promised me ice cream, by the way, and then didn't give me ice cream. So man. Anyways, a really good game. I think this game was a lot closer than it looks. I mean, like, yeah, I won 4-0, but like, look, Rotom is like basically dead. Cress is poisoned and at half health. Pyro's basically dead. I mean, he didn't see my Ival, but like, it doesn't take much to kill an Ival. Like, Ival, like, it didn't even outspeed like two of his mons, so it didn't really matter. But yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will, in fact, be getting the round 1 bye and top seed, which is very nice for me. Unfortunately, Josh will have to fight next week. I couldn't really do anything about that for him, so sorry. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next one like 2 weeks. Maybe I'll upload something next week just because it'll be my last week before I go back to school. Excuse me. Before I go back to school, I'm not ready to go back to school, guys. I can't do it. It's gonna be a long week, but should be okay. And yeah, thank you.